not text me, be careful.
Good evening, everyone. At this time, I'll call to order the regularly scheduled board meeting for the Village of Midlothian, Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026 at 7 p.m. Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Burbett?
Here.
Trustee Crowley?
Here.
Trustee Hilly?
Here.
Trustee Jett? Trustee Johnson?
Here.
Trustee Killily?
Here.
Mayor LaRue?
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we get started with the regular meeting, we're going to have a couple swearing in. So at this time, will Daniel Dalzell please step forward to be sworn in as a engineer?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I,
state your name.
Daniel Dalzell,
Having been appointed
having been appointed
to the position of engineer
to the position of engineer
of the fire department in the village of Midlothian
to the Fire Department of Village of Midlothian
in the county of Cook, aforesaid, do solemnly swear
in the county of Cook, I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the ordinances of the village of Midlothian,
and the ordinances of the Village of Midlothian,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the
of
duties
the position of engineer
of the position of engineer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
And at this time, Michael Dakuski. He's sworn in as probationary firefighter agent.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Michael Kurski,
Having been appointed to the position
having been appointed to the position
of full-time probationary firefighter EMT
of full-time probationary firefighter EMT
in the village of Midlothian
in the village of Midlothian,
in the county of Cook,
the county of Cook,
aforesaid, do solemnly swear
aforesaid do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the ordinances of the village of Midlothian,
the ordinances of the village of Midlothian,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position of probationary full-time firefighter EMT
of the position of full-time firefighter EMT
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities. Thank you. One more. You have some? Yeah. Yep.
give him a good poke with it.
Welcome aboard, Michael. We're very happy to have you here. Village of Midlothian, and of course, Danny. Well deserved. Thank you. As always, if you were here just for the swearing in, we're going to get on to the rest of the meeting, so now would be the time to. All right, at this time, we are very pleased to have our dear friends here from CMAP to give a presentation on a recently completed Midlothian traffic safety study.
Can you all hear me okay? Yeah. I feel like it's better to keep it at this height because, yeah, Jake will need it this tall. All right, thank you.
Hang on.
Oh.
I don't know who put it up there, but
Thank you so much. Well, thank you all for having us here this evening to discuss the Midlothian Safety Action Plan. My name is Elizabeth Miller. I'm a planner with the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, or CMAP for short, and I'm joined here tonight with my colleague Jake Vissers, who's a senior planner at TY Lin, and he's led the wonderful consultant team that we've had for this project. So we're going to try to keep it brief for you all tonight. We'll do a quick overview of the project background, then we'll present some of the findings and the recommendations that came out of those findings. First, a little bit more about CMAP. This project was developed in partnership between the Village of Midlothian and CMAP. CMAP is the regional comprehensive planning organization and metropolitan planning organization for the 7 counties and 284 municipalities of northeastern Illinois. One of the ways that we approach our regional planning work is through providing technical assistance for planning projects such as this safety action plan to jurisdictions throughout our region. This implements our regional plan onto 2050, and to date we've completed more than 200 plans through this program, including this one. So.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Oh, there we go. All right. Hello? Yep. Oh. Thank you, Mayor and trustees. As Elizabeth said, I'm Jake Vissers, a senior planner with TY Lin. I've been working on this project for almost a year now. And just to take off where Elizabeth left off there, a lot of those plans that Elizabeth had mentioned from the on to 2050, it's really focused on safety because of this trend that we're seeing in the region as well as the country. There's been a large increase since about 2010 in traffic fatalities, both nationwide, and our region is certainly not immune to it. So this type of work and then work around the county and around the region is more important than it's ever been. Specifically, a response to the trend that we've been seeing nationally is something called the Safety Action Plan, which is what this is. This is actually a type of plan that's defined by the U.S. Department of Transportation. And it's not just a list of safety projects. There's really a series of components that are specifically laid out by the U.S. DOT, including things like crash analysis, robust public engagement, review of local policies, and really all of that pulls together to come up with what projects should be prioritized and give you all a list of actions and projects that you can take over the next several years to try and make a dent in the trends that we've been seeing. Another thing to note too is that these projects and plans support and unlock future funding. Like I said, we've been working on this for nearly a year now. There's several components to it: existing conditions, public engagement, Again, all of that really culminating in the final development of this plan this spring into this summer and finally approving it tonight. Just a couple project findings, going to give you guys some very brief highlights. I showed you the trend line for the region, and this is taking a closer look just at the village of Midlothian over the last 5 years. So there has been a small trend up in crashes that kind of reflects what we've seen at the regional level. The red line you see there is also just focusing in on crashes that result in injuries and fatalities. So that's also trending up as well. So again, just kind of underscoring the impetus for starting to make progress wherever possible. Another key piece of existing conditions was a high injury network. High injury network it's kind of a national standard for trying to identify very small segments of roadway that contribute very disproportionately to those severe crash outcomes. So this is the one that was assessed for the village of Midlothian, and you can see there it's about 3/4 of crashes. KAB crashes are crashes that result in fatalities, A injuries, or B injuries. So generally you're injured or you are killed in a crash. However, all of those crashes only occur on 5% of roadway mileage. So this is not to say this is the only place where a project should be done, but it's really just trying to help you all have some focus as to where could the least amount of effort make the most amount of impact in terms of addressing more severe crashes. Also looked at specific types of crashes, bicycle and pedestrian crashes. Just a few things to call out here. Disproportionately, if you are involved, if you're a victim of a bicycle and pedestrian crash, you're disproportionately likely to be under 19, and you're disproportionately likely to have an injury or a fatality result from that crash. So again, just underscoring the importance of making sure that young people are protected, people walking are protected, people cycling are protected. In addition to the analysis, we had a kind of ongoing public engagement throughout the process. 2 community events were the Scarecrow Fest and had an open house this spring. Several direct interviews with stakeholders, as well as a couple surveys reaching over 150 people. Locations were addressed. Pedestrian cyclist safety was noted as a concern. Aggressive driving, high-speed traffic, and then an impetus for neighborhood and school safety was also brought up several times. And on to the recommendations. Our recommendations we pulled together into a clear 5-year action plan. This is not everything that's in the action plan, but just trying to give you all a gist of sort of how it's laid out. The idea being that 2027 has specific actions in there that you all can take to try and really build a foundation for a safety program. 2028 and 2029, there's several actions in there that's really trying to institutionalize and keep the momentum going, as well as implementing some of the things that we're identifying in 2027 through funding and planning projects. And then 2030 and 2031 are about scaling those improvements and trying to sustain momentum and eventually reassessing, what are the next 5 years of priorities look like. Just a couple to highlight here, and then I'll turn it back over to you all. We took a closer look at one specific stretch of 147th a couple times throughout this project. This included a site walk, walking through a couple different concept plans with the stakeholders, which include IDOT, Cook County, PACE, Metra, as well as many of you here today. What you see up there is a potential concept that we all came up with for what a future of 147th right near us, near downtown, could look like. A couple safety improvements just to call out here. There's a enhancement and a relocation of the existing crosswalk there, as well as a new crosswalk, expanded sidewalks. And I think that the biggest thing here is a raised concrete median where we're really controlling where left turns can happen, as well as trying to narrow that roadway and slow traffic down, particularly in the downtown. I would note that these are not engineering drawings. These are really just meant to be a starting place of ideation of what this corridor could look like. And it also supported a grant application that's currently under review with USDOT to study this corridor and try and determine what is feasible and get a project funded. One last highlight here is the Neighborhood Greenway Game Plan. This is really just lays out how to start to incrementally slow down traffic and reduce cut-through traffic on neighborhood streets. Within the game plan, there's clear objectives, again, reducing speeds, reducing cut-through traffic, helping to kind of strengthen the wayfinding and making sure that it's clear, where are the safe streets and where are the less safe streets, and improving connectivity through that. And within it too, you can see on the right there, it lays out specifically what streets are priority streets. It has a toolbox of what can we do to improve traffic safety and calm traffic on those priority streets. And then it has a clear process for how can we start to implement this and do an annual process. It's not all going to get done overnight, but as long as a process is in place, then progress can be made. That was the last slide, very ceremoniously. So thank you all.
Thank you. I guess the question, obviously, our issue with 147th, of course, being a state route. As we go out using this plan to seek funding, how do we convince IDOT that this is the right way to go? Is that something that you would continue to support us in, to tell them this is the right way to go? I mean, I don't know. It's always been a struggle working with IDOT. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think this plan, like one of the biggest things that was sort of built into the plan and is kind of coming out of it is that IDOT was involved throughout the whole process. So they walked the corridor with us. They crossed 147th multiple times with us. I think at least as a start, that initial coordination and the fact that all of the concept plans that are including in this have been vetted, commented on, and read and reviewed thoroughly by several D1 engineers is a great place to start. But ultimately, yeah, it's always going to be a matter of coordination and making sure that communication line is continued and open. But I think ultimately, like the next grant that we have in the works right now would be a detailed corridor study, which would include engineering feasibility assessment, which is sort of when you want to continue to bring IDOT on board and see if there's an opportunity for you all to bring some funding or them to bring some funding, then again, continued conversation, but when the ball's moving in the right direction.
So what I hear you saying is that you're going to convince IDOT that this is what's needed and they're going to pay for it. So I'm half joking. I mean, it's a struggle. The funding is the struggle.
Yeah, and I mean,
you guys have been a great partner for many, many years, and I know that you guys are highly looked up to, and I think what you've put together should be good enough to seek and acquire that funding.
Yeah, and I would also just underscore the fact that, like the high injury network that we noted there, it's largely 147th, it's largely Pulaski, it's largely Cicero. Like, we recognize that wasn't a series of streets that you all have direct control over. So we made sure throughout the actions to include things that you do have control over, like your neighborhood streets. So there's ways that progress can be made internally, as well as progress through coordination can be made externally.
Anyone else? Well, thank you. How long have we been together for this plan?
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
I think it's over a year now.
Oh, thank you, guys.
I think we had an anniversary.
Thanks so much.
And we'll hold on to your numbers, because we'll be calling you for the next thing. All right, well, thank you. All right, then I guess we will move on to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight?
Yes.
Step forward.
Hello, good evening. My name is David Velasco. I live in Midlothian, and what's going on is my neighbor's violating code, exceeding the 6-foot ordinance of the height, and I want to know how can we get him on board by following the rules.
Like I said, I will speak to our part-time superintendent on Friday, and if you could hand that packet I can have that packet?
Yes.
Hand that to Jackie,
Thank you.
and actually I'll work with Jackie to to,
Yes.
it's clearly out of code, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and thank for letting me speak.
No problem.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
All right.
Well done. No? You just came, oh, okay. I didn't think you just came to sit and watch.
Man, I was so captivated, I'm
You gonna
sorry.
sing?
No, I just want to say, thank you for live streaming this, by the way. My schedule's been keeping me from coming here, so the fact that I've been able to just tune into Facebook or YouTube, that's been great. So thank you guys for that. I live here in Midlothian. I had a question about just the flock cameras. I was looking at the contract. We're paying $25,000 a year for a 2-year deal, so it's $50,000 every time the contract renews. And I'm sure there's good reasons for it, especially when the contract was signed. I feel like it is a Fourth Amendment violation, and I'm just a little worried about them. I was just wondering about where you guys all stand right now with the contract, if it's something that you guys were looking to continue hanging on to, or if cancellation was something you were considering in the future.
No thought of cancellation. Chief, you want to speak to the
Yeah.
benefits of the?
Absolutely. In terms of Fourth Amendment violations, I'd say the current concern on that is almost none, because the hits that we get are on hot files, which are wanted vehicles for felonious type things like that. If we have a crime occur, then we go search the database for that particular vehicle. We're not looking at just random things or things of that nature, but they've been a huge asset in solving a lot of our crimes, getting leads on that, being told when a vehicle that is stolen is coming into town. We had numerous gaming store burglaries that we were able to get there while they were in progress because those cameras went off. So they've been a huge asset for us. I understand some of the concerns out there, but I think that's more other people's speculation on what the uses are versus what they really are being used for. So I think it's a huge asset to law enforcement. So I believe the 25,000, was that biannual?
It's 25,000 a year.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I think it's annually, not biannual, but it's also taken out of TIP funds, which is in the taxing district. So they either spend those funds or lose them anyhow, so it's not actually coming out of the budget.
I think it would be hard to quantify how beneficial they really are because of the huge network that's in place now.
Right.
That other towns
Yeah, there's a sharing of information as well, so even.
with other law enforcement agencies.
Correct.
Correct.
It's the single greatest advancement in law enforcement in the last 30 years.
I agree.
Just ask former Chief Hotweiger, Fire Chief Hotweiger, his son's car is stolen. He caught it through a flat cameras.
I think also it's not just stolen vehicles, but serious felonies. It was instrumental in solving one of the homicides Midlothian had about 4 years ago. Without FLOC, we would never have been able to identify the car or the driver. So it was.
Missing persons, elderly,
Yes.
child
So
abductions, the list goes on and on.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just real quick, on behalf of the St. Augustine Fiesta Committee, I'd like to thank the village, especially the fire department, police department. Without you guys, that probably would never have happened. You guys kept us safe, running the village board, for sponsoring and being out there volunteering. You guys also made it happen, so thank you guys.
Thank you, Jacob.
Good job on the carnival. What's the status on the ordinance for the e-bikes and scooters and four-wheelers and dune buggy things? What are those, RTVs?
I can actually answer that. I actually have it, it's pending with our attorneys. There was state movement on it. There has been a law that I believe now has been passed. And the village will automatically adopt that law unless we want to make it more prohibitive. And our attorneys are looking at that to see if there's anything more prohibitive we want to do. The problem with this, with the legislation as a whole, is enforcement. You know, having someone on a scooter racing down a side street, it's near impossible for our police officers to chase them in a car and avoid having serious injury to the person. So enforcement of that law is going to be difficult for us, but we're looking at it. I have given it to the attorneys, and they are going to determine whether or not we need to do anything to make it more prohibitive. But otherwise, we will follow the law that the state passed.
Okay, thank you.
Just to piggyback on what Mr. Jacob Conway said, he didn't say his name at the microphone, but thank you, Chief and Chief, for amazing protocols and safety action plans, and it was very warm, very smoky the one night, but a couple incidents. You guys were right there, both of your teams were right there to take care of the problem, so it was another year in the books, right? Another year in the books. Anywho, no further public comments? All right, so now we'll close the floor to public comment, move on to tonight's consent agenda. Number one, approval of the grievance settlement agreement between the Teamsters Local 700 and the Village of Midlothian. Number two, approval of the June 2026 Administration Department monthly report. Number three, approval of the June 2026 Fire Department monthly report. Number four, approval of the June 2026 Police Department monthly report. Number five, approval of the June 2026 Building Department monthly report. Number six, approval of the June 2026 Public Works Department monthly report. Number seven, approval of the June 2026 Treasurer's Department monthly report. Number eight, approval of the June 17th, 2026 committee meeting minutes. Number nine, approval of the June 24th, 2026 board meeting minutes. Number 10, approval of the July 1st, 2026 committee meeting minutes. Number 11, approval of the July 8th, 2026 board meeting minutes. Number 12, approval of the July 15th, 2026 committee meeting minutes. And number 13, approval of the list of bills. Any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda. Hearing no dissension, I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda as read.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Crawley?
Aye.
Trustee Burback?
Aye.
Trustee Hilly?
Aye.
Trustee Killy?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to trustee business, Trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Burbant.
Approval of the pipeline license agreement, which is included in the agenda.
I'll second.
Was that a motion?
That was a motion.
Oh,
I'll second.
any discussion? Is this the one that Engineer Plata found, they found the 1936 original agreement? Is this the one I read in an email?
Yes.
1936? Okay. Cool. All right, roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Burback?
Aye.
Trustee Crawley?
Aye.
Trustee Hilly?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Killy?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Hilly.
I just have one item tonight, sir. Making a motion to approve resolution number 26-0722A, resolution of the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, approving building services for the fire department.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Hilly?
Aye.
Trustee Crawley?
Aye.
Trustee Burback?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Killy?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
That's it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Killy.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Crowley.
Thank you, sir.
Just a couple things.
Just a couple things, sir. First, I would like to also extend my thanks to CMAP and to TY Lin. We've worked together with them for the last, over a year now, to come up with this Midlothian Safety Action Plan, and it was a huge learning curve, I think, for all of us. I also want to thank the fire department, the police department, and Public Works. They've been actively involved, they've attended meetings, they've been on Zoom calls, all to make sure that this plan had the buy-in of all the departments that were going to be involved in it. So thank you to everybody. I think it's an amazing plan. It's going to be a lot of work, it's going to be consistent, but I think it's really going to be able to make an impact for keeping, speed down and accidents down in Midlothian. So thank you. After saying that, I would like to make the motion to approve the Midlothian Safety Action Plan.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Crowley?
Aye.
Trustee Hilly?
Aye.
Trustee Burback?
Aye.
Trustee Johnson?
Aye.
Trustee Killy?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Just a couple other things. I've sent out some emails today to the board to start reviewing. Next week, as everyone knows, is our 5th Wednesday, and then I will not be here the following week. So I wanted to get these things in the board's hands so that we could approve them on the meeting of 8/12 if everybody's in agreement. First is the amendment to the Katie Carl's TIF payout. She's having some work, the village board approved some work to repair some damage to her building that occurred during our demolition of the building next door. And her contractor would like, instead of a payout at the end, her contractor would like half of the money, which is about $5,000 in the beginning for material, and the other half at the completion. So Attorney Orr has completed the ordinance to amend that, and I sent it out today. So if everybody could take a look at it, and over the course of the next 2 weeks, send me any emails if you have any questions or concerns. Next, we have, I sent out an email to the department heads, and I also forwarded it to our board. Our IT company, Proven IT, has recommended that we upgrade our phone and our Wi-Fi services. Our contract for our phone service has expired. John's raising his hands in happiness back there. Our contract for service for our phones has expired, which means we no longer have a service contract. So we have to pay as we go or enter into a new contract. Based on upgrading our system, it appears that upgrading our system and getting new phones will be more cost effective and save the village money versus just purchasing a service contract. So I sent that out to the department heads. I've gotten a lot of feedback. We're going to hold, Trustee Burbant and I are going to hold a meeting in August with the department heads so we can move this process forward. But it will be something that I bring to the board if the department heads feel it's going to be beneficial to approve the upgrade. So that's just something that I wanted you guys to be aware of. Again, this will be, according to the information we have right now, it'll be a cost-saving measure, although we know what happens every time we upgrade something. There's downtime and there's frustration and there's, a lot of things that go wrong. But then they all get fixed and it's happily ever after. So I'll keep everybody updated on that.
So we're upgrading from the dial-up modem?
Will no longer be our sound. Next, I wanted to talk about a couple of redevelopment things. We currently have a draft redevelopment agreement for the new Baja, which is the old Tasker Ford. They have since put in an application for some TIF reimbursement. The mayor and I and our economic development coordinator have been going back and forth, as well as our village attorney. We are in the process of putting together those numbers and what they look like. As of right now, the projected numbers of them putting into their property is about $5 million, including the purchase. So it's a huge investment, and we also are going to be looking at doing a vacation of some streets that no longer exist in that to make it a little more clear and all the lines defined. So I will send that out as soon as I have the redevelopment agreement and the TIF ordinance in place for everybody to review. And if anybody has any questions, please just reach out to me. We also need to upgrade our procurement ordinance, our bid process. I sent that out today as well. Trustee Orr made the recommendation that we update this.
Attorney.
Oh, well, at least I didn't say that.
I've been trying to vote, and you wouldn't let me do it.
Or Mayor.
That is the motion.
So that revised ordinance I have sent out to everybody. If everybody could take a look at it, get me your input so we can get it on the agenda and get it approved. Just a couple more things. This week we did meet with Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's, and they are both very interested in applying for TIFs to do renovations to their property. So we are looking forward to that. National Night Out. August 4th is National Night Out. Hopefully everybody can make it. We have a great evening planned. And last but not least, sorry, one more and I'm done. Last but not least, Mayor LaRue and I have been working with Republic Waste Service for about the last 7 months to, as most of you know, our contract with Republic is up at the end of the year. We have been trying to renegotiate a new contract. Unfortunately, Mayor LaRue has met with other companies, none of which were interested in bidding because they didn't feel that they could compete at that point with Republic. And right now, it looks like we've negotiated down to just keeping our 2 years, next 2 years without a rate increase, so 0 rate increase for 27 and 28. They will also be eliminating the e-waste fee, so the $1.15 a month that was charged per every household will no longer be charged. So that will be a savings. And for the remaining 3 years, it looks like we are facing a 4% increase in waste services for 29, 28, 29, and 30, 29, 30, and 31. There is an option on it to extend our contract for another 5 years, but that would have to be an agreement by both of the parties. The other side of this is that part of this agreement, we included a franchise agreement with Republic so that we would require all multifamily units to use Republic as well. This was done for a number of reasons, but one, to try to get our garbage, one of the biggest complaints I get, and I think Don gets in Cape Midlothian Beautiful, is garbage around some of our multifamilies. So we're doing this to be consistent, to have, to try to get that under control, and to have one agency that is responsible for doing this. It's also a cost-saving measure to the multifamily and to the residents. So that is what we're looking at right now. As soon as we have the final document and Mayor LaRue approves it, we will be sending it out to the board to look at, and we'll discuss it at the August 12th meeting and hopefully be able to approve it at that time. If any of the residents have any questions or comments, you can certainly email Mayor LaRue or myself, but that's where we're at with the agreement that we must have signed by the end of the year or decide what we're going to do for trash. And that's all I have this evening, sir.
That's it?
That's it.
Cool. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to department heads, Chief Rita.
Yes, sir. Fire department would like to thank the village board for you guys having just our continued support on our promoted positions and new people coming in the door, and I really appreciate keeping our numbers at a safe staffing level. And then just a reminder to the residents, we're running the free smoke detector program until the end of the summer still. So one each floor, they're 10-year smoke detectors. Contact the fire department Monday through Friday, and we'll get you installed and get them out to you. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you, sir. Chief Dooney.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Superintendent Swanson.
Yes, sir. Just one thing. I know I sound like a broken record. I say this every 2 weeks, but we'd like to remind residents of the lead line replacement project is kicking off for phase 2. So please call Robinson Engineering or Stipp Brothers. The letters went out to the residents who are inside of the replacement project. So once you get that letter, it is true. It is not just junk mail. Please call and get on the list. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Deputy Clerk Harris.
Nothing this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Director Redmond.
Nothing's fine, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Attorney Ward.
A lot of work, but no report.
Thank you, ma'am. I have nothing to report. Clerk Mosk.
I have nothing to answer.
Thank you, sir. Then, seeing there's no further business coming from the board, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.